10 random facts about water tanks. Did you know that a tank with no ammo cannot be analyzed? Two competing designs were offered to Adolf Hitler by Ferdinand Porsche and George Henschel for what would become the Tiger. After the Henschel Tiger was chosen by Hitler for mass production, the number of Porsche chassis that had been manufactured were instead utilized as the basis of a new Panzerjäger, the Ferdinand. And this is why the Ferdinand and the VK4501P, or the Tiger P, are essentially identical in the whole. They are quite literally the same. Did you know that when reversing up a hill in a very slow tank such as the TOG, you will gain a few kilometers per hour if you spam A and D in addition to holding down S, thus reaching the top far quicker? The FV4005, lovingly nicknamed the Shit Barn by the community, was developed on the basis of the Centurion Mark III in the early 1950s, and it was originally tested with a mechanized Amalak, which was promptly scrapped due to it being too big to fit in the turret. Which raises the question, if it didn't fit in that, then what the f***? You may know that the Archer, the Tier 5 British tank destroyer, goes faster backwards than it does forwards, hitting 32 in reverse and only 12 going forwards. However, this way of thinking is somewhat misleading, because in actuality, the tank does go faster forwards, just like every other vehicle, but the gun faces the back of the tank instead of the front. Did you know that due to recoil, firing a double shot from any of the double shot tanks can increase your speed slightly if you fire behind you? Bonus fact, did you know that you have to subscribe if I can do a double clapping push-up? Gotta hype myself up. Okay. The minimap shows destructible buildings. So if you're ever confused as to if you can shoot through something, look at the minimap. Destructible buildings are indicated by a light outlined structure, whereas non-destructible buildings are indicated by a filled dark section. Changing the turret of a vehicle from stock to upgraded and vice versa changes the hit point value of the tank. It is the only module to do this. The Challenger, the Tier 7 British TD, has a counterweight modelled on the rear of its turret that provides 200mm of armour thickness. This enables it to block some pretty ridiculous shells. Before number one, I have merch now. I haven't done it for ages because I don't really care about it, but then my computer blew up, so I need money. We've got some cool designs like these. And the bush hat. And the angle sticker is surprisingly cool. If you want to check them out, go to hgstore.co. Not .com, .co. The best thing is, about us having merch now, is I did not tell people. So what you definitely should do is come to the Twitch channel this Saturday at 3 PM to catch a regular live stream, because the first like 10 minutes or so of it is just gonna be people moaning at me for not telling him that we have merch now. hgstore.co. If people like them, I'll do more designs. Did you know that you can block over 1 million points of damage in an artillery in World of Tanks? Which artillery how? Well, you can find out in the video linked in the card up there or in the description, where I covered odd stuff in game. See you there.
You better never ever shoot versus the man, cause that's a jerk of his hand, hence you're a permanent ban, yep. Like in a roleplay game, you wield a dagger but get smashed from half a globe away. But don't worry mate, he's sorry eh. You could have known though, it's all the same story eh. You better not berate him, he is living in the country next to the US with oil fields.